Hi there everybody, this is Donnie. Welcome back to my channel. I am very excited today because I'm doing a plan with me video in my Erin Condren using a gorgeous kit from Petticoat Bandit. I have foiled this kit. You can either foil it if you want to or leave it, which I've also printed a few copies of. I have foiled it in light gold and it is so chock full of goodies that I don't have but one sticker sheet other than the kit to use with it. Just those dates right there, the months. So as I'm kind of going through, you can see my shelves there on the side. I made a new clip for myself. I thought that was kind of fun. A lot of pink on a gold clip. And I'm excited to get this one started. It turned out magnificent. If you like sparkle and you want to see how to use just one kit, stick with me. Here we go. So staying in my rut, I'm going to use a Pen Gem pen. This one has a lilac barrel to it. I think it was probably one of the Aurora Borealis ones. I've got the Creative Bee bow clip, a palm clip I made, and then of course that charm clip. I was going to try to show you a little bit of that, but I think I've already showed it to you previously. The one sheet of stickers I made, I just used a script and made it myself. I've got two different washies. The first row is simply Gilded. The second row is from the Pink Room Co. I'm showing you those kind of separate there. And I ended up, you'll see. I'm not going to tell you ahead of time what I did. And then let's look at the pages in this kit. I did not print the whole entire everything that is available. There's plenty to choose from. There's different styles of foiling. I chose to do the frame around the full boxes. And then I chose to use the scattered confetti over the majority of the other pages. There's light foil, there's heavy foil, there's just all kinds of choices. And this kit, by the way, from her shop, it's a digital, it's called Spring in My Step. It's got light lilac, a peachy pink, and a real soft sage green for the main colors in the kit. It's beautiful. Because of the greens, it's kind of a little outside my wheelhouse, but I really enjoyed using it, and I made myself use some greens when ordinarily I probably would not have chosen. You can see I have made multiple sheets. This one is gorgeous, the confetti washi. There's one of bow washi, all kinds of labels and boxes to use. It was a ton. It was a ton. And my whole intention was to foil this one kit, all those pages. We're going to get going here, fast motion, so that I could use it in 3 different spreads. I use an Erin Condren planner, which you see here. I also have a B6 Traveler's Notebook with inserts that I use that are very similar to the Erin Condren. And I also have a health planner that I use using a print pression planner, weeks planner. As I finish whiting out the bottom of the Erin Condren boxes here, you'll see that I'm whiting out the top line of that double line that was at the bottom. I've chosen to drop down my full boxes just that smidge, that little bit worth, so that they'll all fit and I can have room for headers as well. That seems to be the key, and I think it was Kiara over at in Kiara's planner that showed that particular style to use for her layouts. So I find that is quite helpful. Now I'm going to look through the sheets, pull out my first things first stickers. I'm looking for headers, I'm looking for bottom washi, and the days of the week stickers to use. And I'm trying to decide, because I printed both sets. There's a full bottom washi, which is one sticker that would fit at the bottom, and then there's a split choice. I've made both, and I've chosen the split, And I'm going to use the perfectly gorgeous Simply Gilded lace washi that has just recently come out. By the way, today is Super Bowl Sunday. I did the Plan With Me video a few days ago, had all kinds of problems getting it to download to my computer. Ultimately, I figured it out. I was so grateful because I thought that this was a gorgeous kit, and I was so upset thinking I couldn't, do a video on it. So anyway, figured it out. Just kind of had to turn everything off and then back on, and finally got it to work. So I'm laying that down to see if I have to white out all the other little lines, and then I'm also figuring out where to space the stickers. These split stickers here that I'm using are quite long, and I wanted to go ahead and just use those for the bottom washi. I'm putting the lace, again, just kind of testing to see if I mind what I see in the white areas, and I don't. It's not bad at all. I'm going to put that as a middle to the bottom washi. And of course, I'm going to trim those off. And then above it, this is where I wanted to try a few different things. I'm still having problems with my my silhouette Cameo 3 that I'm using, cutting scallops and anything that's really tiny cuts, like around an icon or something. So if you see me pull on a sticker and it doesn't come right off the page, that's my machine, my cutting tool that probably just needs to be replaced. It's been on there for a year, so yeah, it's probably time. So I'm going through all of my washi tape, the skinny ones, the 5mm ones, and trying to decide which color I'm going to use. Now at this point, I pulled out the pink and white. It's a beautiful, beautiful I don't know, ombre maybe, but it's just so minimal that it was like the perfect thing to add to the kit because of all the green. And I did want to pull out a little more pink because I knew I was going to be using a lot of the green. At least it's a lot for me. And I really do love the way it turned out. I will show you close-ups at the end of the video, and you'll see how pretty that turned out. There's just a smidge of that green in the bottom was just perfect for me because, like I said, sometimes colors are not my favorite, and deep green and mints are not something I use much, so I don't have a whole lot to go with it for one thing, but it's uncomfortable, I guess, to use a color that I'm not happy with all the time. I don't know. My favorites are my favorites, and that's all there is to it. Gonna finish that bottom area with the rest of the Simply Gilded. And so now I have 3 sections to make up my bottom washi area, and I thought it turned out great. That lace washi is like perfect. I hope she makes lots more. Of course, she just put out a poll or whatever you call it, sent an email out asking our choices for the upcoming pre-sale of some ideas that she might use. And I have to admit, I am not a fan of any of the first section. If y'all took that poll, I am not a fan of any of the color choices she gave us for the first color group. The others for like the galaxies and what have you, I was able to at least pick one I liked. But that first section, I'm sorry, just not a fan of what the choices she gave us. Anyway, I decided to start pulling out all the different washis, and now you're going to see me make all kinds of different, I don't even know what to call this process, except that it's just building a washi banner using all the different washi tapes that I had pulled out. I wanted to keep in mind that I needed to use more of these greens. Of course, some pink. That one, I just love that bow line washi. confetti, and then of course the lace. I wanted to be sure and add it. So I picked almost the whole bundle here. I had decided not to use the Pink Room Co. after all, so I set those all aside. That's why you don't see those. And ultimately, I think I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to have to open these up, of course. But there's a lot of satisfaction in opening up a new roll of washi. This is one of the newer ones that she had come out with, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that one was in the 12 Days of Christmas kit. I know it also was extra in this most recent sale she had of releases, and maybe it was on one of those Mystery Mondays or something. I don't have a clue. But anyway, I had decided to use that one. And of course, just the plain gold background. I love it. The green confetti washi. I actually had green in my stash, so I pulled it to put in between those two. Here again is that ombre pink and white in the 5mm. I love the different sizes. I mean, you could put the same size all the way across. You know, you could put a 10 or a 15mm all the way across, and I think it would look pretty. But I love being able to put all the different sizes and kind of make it all fit. That's kind of fun. So anyway, here's that gorgeous lace washi. I'm so excited she came out with this. I'm really hoping to see this particular style of lace in all the different foils, like she's done, like the reverse washi with the backgrounds that are foiled and the bows are white. I hope it's similar collections of foil colors as she has done with those. This is just a white small confetti, 5mm, and I'm trying to clean off my scissors because after a number of snips they start sticking back onto the tape as I cut. And then of course it gets stuck to your finger and you have to figure out how to get it off. This is again just that little sage green color, 5mm. And then that bow with the line on it. That is so elegant. I wanted the bow to be down near the bottom of that flag, and I realized I needed one more color, one more 5mm maybe or something, because it wasn't quite wide enough. So I went ahead and laid down the pink bow line, and I chose to use the 5mm reverse foiled washi and put that down. So that makes up the weekend banner. I need to straighten a little bit of that out. I think I did. Cut off the extra at the top, and then I'll put down the headers back where they belong. By the way, if you're interested in any of the tools that you see me using, I have an Amazon affiliate link down below, and I put the majority of the things that I personally have bought from Amazon down in that Amazon affiliate area. I think I'm allowed to put 100 items down there. If I would give, if I really like something and recommend it, I will put it in that list. Otherwise, you won't find it in that list, or I haven't bought it from Amazon. So that might be why. I'm looking for headers, and I tried, not headers, I'm looking for the weekend banner. I tried the one from the kit, and it was not as dainty and pretty as I had hoped it was. I was hoping to just the weekend script cut close. So I looked through my stash real quick and pulled out my weekend script stickers, which are cut a lot closer, and decided to go ahead and just use one I had made a long time ago. Pull up my sleeves. Yep. My sleeves constantly fall down. I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one on instead. It wasn't quite as thick and take up as much space, I guess, as the other one. So I did use a weekend sticker from my own stash instead of from the kit. But besides the month, the day of the month, I believe I actually did use everything that was in the kit on the spread. I'm putting the date dots on now. And I love that foiled date dots are part of her kits. I borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Y'all might have heard that little thing before. Sometimes before I even use a sticker kit, I will need a certain color foil. And I will go dig out a kit I've made and not used yet and just hope that my date dots are going to work out so that I can use it in the spread eventually with that kit. But I have to remind myself that nobody came and stole your date dots. I've already used them. So this is February 3rd through 9th. And now I'm going to pull out full boxes and start the sidebar. I've decided the middle, that darkest full box. I don't think I'm going to use that in my spread this week. I chose that particular box for the sidebar. It's peonies, I think. It's just lovely pinks in a beautiful floral. And it was so gorgeous. So I'm going to pull out the Monday through Sunday sticker. I want to put that down. That sticker for the header says this week. And I'm going to put some gold washi right at the top. And trim that off. Building a sidebar is interesting. I have watched so many people's videos where a lot of different stickers have been used for a sidebar. Honestly, I don't and probably won't fill in where it says this week. I probably won't even do that. I don't use my planner that way. It's more of a memory spread that I'm doing before the week even starts. But as the week goes on, sometimes I write in it before or during the week, and sometimes I wait till after because I make so many notes in my B6 that the sidebar just really is not critical or anything I need to use. There I've laid down a January sticker. I know it's January. I mean, it's February, but I pulled the January. And so yes, that's a mistake. And I will be fixing that. I have not yet fixed it. But for the sidebar where you fill in the blanks and stuff with these particular stickers, it looks beautiful if you can utilize that. I think it's great. But personally, I just find that I never use that. Well, I just saw on Instagram a girl who I can't recall her name or anything, but she just filled the sidebar, not with a flag, like washi flag, banner, I mean, but she filled it with strips of washi and some strips from the kit that would, you know, kind of coincide. And I kind of like the bottom, how I have the bottom washi strips down there, just short strips all the way down the sidebar. And I was like, well, that makes sense. I might need to try that. So don't be too surprised if you see me not redo this one, but for maybe a future spread, just do washi tape down my sidebar all the way because I just don't utilize it. Okay, so I have finally finished my sidebar, and now comes the fun part. Full boxes, headers. You can see there are so many headers in this kit. There are 7 different colors and backgrounds of headers, styles. There, I pulled out that middle full box because I knew I did not want to use it. And I decided this week I would try to place everything. I think I did it in the same style. Maybe Kiara does hers. I tried to look back and see. I didn't put them in, what do they call that? Oh, there's a word for that. If I can think of it, I'll put it down. I'll put it down, you know. You'll see it come up in just a second if I can figure it out. Stagger, maybe. Yeah, stagger them. I did stagger them, but just kept them in the main box. Does that make sense? Probably not. Anyway, I started at the bottom on Monday, and then I put a header down. Then for Tuesday, I went from where the top of the Monday header would touch, you know, be equal to the bottom of the Tuesday full box. Then I did the same on Wednesday, and I made a slight change because I wanted that to be about as perfect as I could get it. And when I place the Wednesday full box, it touches the header for Wednesday at the top. So now I'm going to figure out, I don't like that particular color right there. I wanted to put something different because there are sunglasses or whatever that is, sunglasses with coffee or something. I wanted one of those stickers on each side of my planner, you know, the left page and the right page. So I needed to swap that out real quick. And then again, do the headers so that I can perfectly place the full boxes and figure out the order that I want them in. I used this kit, the first time I used this kit, I did it here in my Erin Condren, and I videoed it, this one. I'm going to also use it, like I said, in my print impression weeks, which I also make videos of. But between the end of this kit and the beginning of the next, plan with me video, I should say, I have used this particular kit in my B6 Traveler's Notebook and done my weekly spread in it. So you're going to see a whole lot less of my leftovers that I'll be using for that particular video, which will be coming up probably sometime next week. I have another print impression video coming up after this one before I do the next one. That sounds so stupid. Sorry, I make myself laugh sometimes, but it sounded weird, so I'll just say that. Anyway, shut up. I wish my Cameo would cut a little better. I have slowed that thing down to a 2 and cannot get it to cut beautiful cuts in those little tiny scalloped areas, and so I have messed up a number of my stickers, and you'll see that. Unfortunately, you will see that in a few minutes when I start pulling the little tiny stickers out, because I cannot get a perfect cut. I have tried and tried and tried, and I'm biting the bullet on that one, because I know I should change out that cutting tool, whatever they call that, but I just haven't done it. I've cleaned it out. I've pulled it out, opened it up, cleaned it out, hoping that would take care of it, but it did not. So I think I'll have to bite the bullet on that and just go ahead and swap it out for a new one, which I hate to do, because that means all my settings that I have everything set at and all of the notes I've already made are not going to work, because for me, when I add a new part or a new cutting tool to my Cameo, I have to readjust everything and figure it out, which takes a lot of time, and I hate that. Anyway, I've decided this week I'm going to use the full box of the checklist. It's foiled. The lines are even foiled on it. And I just want to write stuff down. I decided this is also the week of my husband's birthday. And Monday, the 3rd, which is tomorrow, because this is Super Bowl Sunday, we will have paid off our house. And I'm quite excited about that. Now, if you want to know how we did that, let me know if you're interested, and I will try to do a quick video of just the basics of how we managed in 4.5 years to pay off our house. It's not like your wedding day. It's not like having your babies. It's better than having an anniversary because it's a one-time deal for us. It's the first time either of us, we're both in our 50s, have ever been able to pay off and own our own home. So we are very excited. I will be noting that down in that bottom full box. You might see that at the very end. I might have done that for this video. I'm not sure if I did or not, but I did put a box there that had, or an icon there that had the house and the money sign on it. So you'll know what that's for when you see it. these tiny little scalloped corner boxes are, I guess I'll call them boxes because they're confetti foiled. This little area of this particular kit was difficult for my, like I was talking about, for my Silhouette Cameo 3 to cut. But those were the cutest little perfect corner deco. I don't even know what to call them. They're not really a box because they're not box shaped. They're just little scalloped corner boxes. What do you call those? I don't know. Stickers. We're just going to call them stickers. Scallop corner stickers. But they were so dainty, so cute. Any little extra like that I love using. I'm also pulling out the ones that I needed. I think there were 5 foiled or maybe 6 foiled is what it was, and I needed like an extra, so I just decided to use a plain one, I think, on one of those. Lots to choose from. This is a kit you want to study because you want to see everything, and I will be pointing out the headers that I totally missed. Did not realize they're in my left hand where my thumb, see right there, single heart, foiled heart, no, bow on that deco background for headers. I totally missed that. So I'm trying to point out some different things that I might use, but what am I going to use? So ended up, I am going for just these half boxes. There are third boxes and quarter boxes. They're not foiled, but they're the perfect landing spot for one thought. When I do my planning, I want to, if I go to Walmart, I want one spot to put that. Not necessarily in a checklist, but I prefer to put trips or anything outside the house in a box like that. So I'm putting down, first of all, the larger ones, the half boxes. And in the spaces where I don't have as much room, I'm just going to put third boxes or quarter boxes to fill in the space. Again, just so I can have a landing zone for a thought or an thing that I did that day. A lot of times I will put the items that I actually accomplished. For example, here at my computer, I'm doing a Plan With Me video. I'm doing the voiceover for a Plan With Me video. I've edited it. I will put those types of things in the checklist. I don't necessarily need to put that I did a voiceover on one of the half boxes, for example. The bows, beautifully foiled bows. I have to utilize those, and finally decided where to put them. So I like to kind of keep it the same. My eye catches things that are not equidistant, not similar. I ripped that one. I have to do surgery on it here in a minute. But and again, that was because of my Cameo not cutting it correctly, not because it was incorrectly cut in the kit. So but anyway, I like seeing things similar arranged on my pages. My eye catches things that are out of place or random. You know, I don't really prefer to do my planning that way, although it can look really cute, but that's just not me. Next, I'm going to be using foiled washi strips. These washi strips are gorgeous. Lots of the items from the kit are just extra beautiful, and I think it added a lot to the spread. You'll see here in just a few minutes as I finish up that after I get that done, I'll do a slow-mo and I will show you how the foil effects look in this kit. It's February, yes, I know, not January, but I'm ready for spring. Today was Groundhog Day as well, and we're supposed to have an early spring, it seems. So we'll leave it up to the groundhog to determine our weather pattern. Oh, that's so pretty. I kind of am liking the idea of pushing myself beyond my comfort zone. Now, I say that only in regards to sticker kits, not any other areas in my life. I don't want to, you know, have to do anything else that I don't want to do. I know that sounds corny. Over the years that I have worked and I've gone to all the school functions and taken, yeah, you see that little, I'm going to stop real quick, that little bathing suit beauty there. Why can't I use that in my spread? Anyway, putting down some exercise shoes and stuff, but in my strangeness, I find that there are times that I just want to stay home. I've been out and about so much of my life, just running here and there, and that staying home is really nice. And I have enjoyed being able to stay home for a change and kind of slow things down, go at my own pace, and do the things that I have always wanted to do. And I'm blessed beyond measure to be able to do all of these things. There, I've put the house, I've put the money sign, and tomorrow at this time, we will own our home. We put the wire transfer in on Friday, and it should get there Monday. And I'm so excited. I'm very blessed. Going to look for some of the icons to finish out the spread. Monday is also my husband's birthday, so I put balloons on Monday. I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. Add my clip on the left side of charms and dangles and get that one there. I'm going to put the bow clip from the Creative Bee, and I chose not to use that palm clip. I don't think it needed it, even though it was a pretty green. It would work well, but I don't think I need it. I'm pulling my Pin Gem pin here, and I'll be done. And then I'm going to do the slow-mo, and you'll see all that gorgeous foil. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much for your input, for your expressions of how pretty things look. I appreciate that a lot. Let me know what you think about this one. If you haven't already followed me, please do so. Subscribe or whatever. Y'all are so much fun to play with, because this is what we're doing, isn't it? Aren't we just kind of playing around? But making memories, playing, and keeping up with life in a beautiful way. I love how this works like that. I'm excited that we have pretty things like this to work with as well. Look at that weekend banner. I wish I'd push that tape down a little bit further on that far right side there. But the sprinkles, the excitement of the kit is wonderful. Check her out. Print Petticoat Bandit. I'll put the link below. And thank you again for watching. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.